Hello.
Hello. Can you see I look like Sloth today from Goonies. My hair, it's like just a tuft of curly hair.
And it's like to the side. It's all like cattywampus.
Because I slept on it and I didn't redo it.
I wish my hair looked like that after waking up
Ew,
from sleep.
why?
Because mine literally... Hold on. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
What's up, dudes? My name's Erin.
I'm Nicole with the curly tuft sloth hair. And this is Dude That's Fucked Up. And my hair is fucked up.
It's like the girl with the dragon tattoo, but it's the girl with the weird
the
tuft.
Sloth tuft.
Oh, shit. I don't know, man.
I love it.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the podcast. We got a great show for you today, I think.
Wait, what's your hair look like when you wake up?
Oh, my hair looks like I doused it in, like, grease somehow, but it also is frizzy additionally. I don't know how that works, but it does. And then it's, like, also, like, I have strands that are, like, stuck to my forehead.
Oh.
And, like, right now, kind of, because it's really humid outside, so it's, like, it's cool. It's very cool. I have a lot of baby hair, so... My baby hair just like pops out everywhere, and it's I feel like my baby hair is growing too. I don't know what's happening.
Probably because you lost hair after you had Jack, and then it's growing back in.
I think I have like new baby hair.
Yeah.
New baby hair.
New baby hair. New baby hair.
Baby. Well, that's enough about that. How you doing? How are you? Are you good?
Good. I'm drinking my drink of summer. It's 2019. It's the Stiegl Grapefruit Radler. Everybody try it. If you drink alcohol, if you don't bother. It's fine. Also, it doesn't have a lot of alcohol in it, so which is why I enjoy it, because it's just like a very light buzz. It mostly tastes like soda.
Yeah, it tastes like grapefruit soda.
Mm-hmm.
I drink a lot of those at our local beer garden here in DC. It's delightful.
What a treat.
You can drink like a whole entire boot of it and just be like, I'm good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I did a thing.
You're not like a drunk asshole. You're like, oh, I feel pretty good.
And it doesn't like upset your gut flora and fauna like craft beer does. You know what I mean? It's like, well, maybe it does. I have to burp. Excuse me.
There's quite a bit of sugar in it, I will say.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. It's like
but
a soda.
It's pretty tasty. Yeah. It's a beer soda.
And it's made in Salzburg, Austria.
Austria. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like Swedish.
Oh. Austria. Yeah.
Austria. I don't know. Guys,
Salzburg.
There's gonna be a lot of bad accents in this one, I think.
Ooh,
in this episode.
I hope you're a fan of our French accents, bitch.
Ooh, bitch.
I mean, what's bitch in French?
Chien? No, that's just dog.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Le chien? No, I don't know. Fucking.
And that sounded like German also.
I'm all over the board.
Well, it's going to be a good one. Any business?
No.
Do we have any? Just go to the website. That's where all the business is.
Yeah.
dtfupodcast.com. Let's see what else. Anything fucked up for you this week, my darling?
I had my second commercial audition.
Oh.
Which was, I like really prepared, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to go in with like a fun take on it. And like, you know, because you got to like really swing for the fences. And
you got to stand out.
You got to stand out. And I did it, and I thought it was funny and fun. And then they were like, great. Okay, we're going to have you do that again. P.S. It was like a woman was like leading the audition. She was like the session director. And then there was like 3 dudes sitting to the side watching. And I'm guessing they were like, you know, the director of the commercial and stuff.
Right.
And so they're like, great, we're going to have you do that again without your glasses this time. And I was like, great, fine. And also, this isn't like, you're like not as quippy. Like, basically, like, don't be funny.
Was it for like a cancer medication or something?
It was for terminally ill housing in Los Angeles.
Like
No.
hospice care?
Yeah, it was for hospice care.
God.
No. It was for that Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I was like, whatever, like watching someone from it or whatever. And so I just was like too quippy. And they're like, less like jokes. And then it totally threw me. And then I was like super boring in my second one. And then I was like, and then at the end, they're like, okay, thank you. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. It was, wow.
You don't know, though. I feel like they have to stay pretty neutral because they can't, they have so many people to see and like read through and whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I didn't get it. But that's just part of the journey. It was fun. I do like auditioning. It's like kind of scary, but fun at the same time.
Wow, you must be the only person that likes to audition. I've never heard that before.
Oh, really? Well, I'm very new to it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. But also,
No, I feel like it's like an interview where you have to like act. Yeah. So that's like that's a lot.
But the trick with commercial acting is that you don't. Like, you basically just be yourself.
Yeah.
And if they like you, then it's great.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then whatever. But like they see something in you. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
When you're
and if it's not for that specific commercial, they might keep you in mind for something else. Totes. Maybe your quippiness might have paid off for some other commercial they might have.
Maybe they saw something in me for next time.
That's right.
So, anywho, that was it. But yeah, I like walked out.
So you think you bombed your audition?
Yeah. I walked out and I'm like, biffed that one. I was very confident on the first part, and then the second part I was like, whoops. Also, very stark contrast from my first audition where the guy was like laughing the whole time because I was being very funny and charming. So then this one was like, felt like a dud, and I was like, whoops. But then whatever, I still like wrote my agents and I was like, hey, thanks so much. I had fun, blah, 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 whatever.
You know what? I think you just have to keep that good positive attitude because like all it is like every audition is a new experience, and just being in the room gives you more experience, and I don't know. Yeah. I think that's very cool.
No, you so right. And also, it's just like I just wasn't right for this, but maybe next time, that's what's hard. It's like, it's not me. Because I got into the room because they thought I could, like, I look the part and I'm like, I have the right background and stuff. So then I get in there. I got thrown a little. That's on me. But whatevs. Anyway, it was very fun. And I hope I have another one soon.
That's so cool. I'm not fucked up at all, in my opinion.
Oh. Well, it felt, I right after I was like, oh no, what am I doing? No. I've had a little bit of an existential crisis ever since, but I'm on the upswing now, so it's good.
Don't let that self-doubt creep in.
Nope.
Stay up.
That's what fucking morning pages are for in your journal. You get that shit out, you close it, you don't look at it. You say, oh no, I'm scared. This sucks. And am I going to fail at everything I do? And then you fucking close that, and then you act like that never happened.
You just get it out of your system.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. What's your fucked up?
Well, I was going to say I didn't have anything fucked up, but then you mentioning the Ring doorbell. So we have a Ring doorbell. And the new house we're moving into also has one in Long Beach. Mm-hmm. So I could check
both?
I could check both. But like that one doesn't have like the subscription, so I can't like look at it live or whatever, but I can see when somebody's like at the door. So this is not a commercial for Ring, by the way. But
right.
So Ring has this this function in its app. It's called Neighborhoods or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like Nextdoor, if you know what that is, where it's like people post, videos that their doorbells have caught, or they like put, they report stuff on there to keep a lookout for people who are like being sketchy or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, somebody posted in there, I was like scrolling through the Long Beach one because it's way more exciting than the DC one. All the DC one is like, oh, I got a package stolen off my porch. Like it's literally, or somebody got shot or stabbed or whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah. Not very exciting.
But it's like a city. So
Yeah.
But so I'm scrolling through the Long Beach one and it's like weird shit. Like people like looking in like car, like, I don't know, just like being weird. And so one post was actual video that a person got on their Ring camera of a woman in broad daylight taking a piss on their lawn.
Whoa.
And it's like you could see her bare ass and everything.
Oh, no.
And it's like 11:30 a.m. and this bitch is just pissing on their lawn. But yeah, it's when
you gotta go, you gotta go, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. So that was a funny, I mean, there's probably something weird going on there, but
yeah. But still, it makes a good video.
Yeah, there's just like so much crazy stuff on the app. It's these like little neighborhood updates are just always entertaining.
Oh
so.
My God, out here pissing in these streets, open,
there was
exposed
that one,
flaps and all.
I think somebody posted it in the Facebook group of a dude just licking the doorbell for like 3 hours.
That's so fucking gross. I did see someone, I don't know if this is in the group, but I have seen it going around where someone told their father-in-law that their new doorbell was a retina scanner. So he just goes up to it and he like sticks his eyeball in it. It's very funny. And that's like a fun,
that's funny.
I don't like practical jokes, but that's like a fun one because it's like, you don't look too stupid and everybody has a good laugh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good prank.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
Like we said, we're about to do some really embarrassing accents, pronunciations.
Oof. All of the above.
Because today we're talking about truly one of the baddest bitches, I think, that has ever existed on this planet.
Oh my God. I think,
to be honest,
I feel like if she lived today, she would be a hero. She'd be like, maybe like Lizzo is her reincarnate.
Yeah, maybe. So we're talking about the person that we're talking about today existed. She lived long time ago.
Oh, she lived.
She fucking lived. Her name was Julie Daubigny. A.K.A. Daubigny,
Mm-hmm.
A.K.A. Mademoiselle Maupin, right?
Maupin.
That's how you say her last name? Maupin. She lived, like, she was born somewhere around 1670, 1673. Mm-hmm. I don't know why there's debate about when she was born, but...
Well, maybe she started lying about her age because she was a prominent figure. And, sometimes women have to lie about their age. So
yeah, so this is like the baddest bitch you've never heard of, though, and we're gonna tell you why in this episode.
I had never heard of her, but I love her. We were just talking before we started recording. How is there not a movie about this woman? I think there are, but they're like not popular, and I've never seen them. You know what I mean?
Right? Or like movies are based loosely on her, but like only certain aspects of her life story, which her entire life was fucking cool, man. Dude. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she lived.
She fucking lived. So I'm thinking of her as a combination of Arya Stark and Rihanna.
Love it. I know. Okay, you're right.
Maybe a little Beyonce. I don't know.
You're right. I've said Lizzo because I feel like this...
And Lizzo.
Well,
yeah.
But maybe not. I think you're right because definitely Riri, definitely Arya Stark. I'm trying to think of like... Yeah, just like, well, I mean, we'll get into this, but she was like non-binary as fuck, and she just like...
She's bisexual.
She was just like, maybe polyamorous?
Maybe pansexual?
Polysexual? What is it? I don't know. Listen, she would fuck anyone. So, and she did.
She was attracted to... She was attracted to everyone, and everyone was attracted to her as well.
Like, everyone was attracted to her. That's the thing. Was she turning it up? She was. She was just like hot, 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 everywhere hot. Everyone wants to fuck her. And some people did.
Yeah. So she lived in France. She was born, like I said, somewhere around 1670, 1673. So she was like born sort of adjacent to the French court at the time. Her father was a secretary to Louis de Lorraine Guise, who is the Count d'Armagnac. Thank you. And he was the master of the horse for King Louis XIV.
Yeah. Buttholes. Who's back, baby? Guess who's back? 2 buttholes are back.
Again. 2 buttholes. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Louis. Do.
Butthole. Barrel, 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 barrel. Double. Barrel, 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 barrel. 2 holes. Barrel, 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 barrel.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking mouth? 2 buttholes for your motherfucking mouth. I don't know.
Oh my God.
We're off to a great start.
I had a whole ass conversation. Okay, it was about asses, but also like a whole ass. I don't know why I said that. It was a whole big conversation last night about why people bleach buttholes. And I was like, oh, it's like an aesthetic thing. Like, because your skin's like just naturally a little darker down there. And my friend thought it was because it got stained by poop over time.
No.
She's like, isn't it because it gets stained from pooping over time? I was like, no, who told you that? She was like, oh, this guy told me that. I was like,
no.
You're an adult woman believing that your butthole got stained from pooping. That was very funny.
I mean, just over time, like everything kind of, I don't know. Everything kind of gets weird, but that's not why.
No, it's like puberty. So then someone was like, no, it's like the same. It's like it happens during puberty when like it's how your nipples turn another color, like your butthole turns another color, and like your armpit skin and stuff. It just like it's like a puberty thing. And then
it's like an age spot for your butthole.
It's like a liver spot.
It's like a large age spot.
That's how you know how old someone is. You just look at their butthole.
It's like a tree trunk.
It's like the rings on a fucking tree. And then, oh God, we were just like, then someone's like, oh, your lips, do you know your lips are the same color as your nipples? And I was like, and your butthole. And then I was like, what's this? And I made a butthole mouth and I'm like, my butthole.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, we're adults.
Oh my God. God. Remind me that I have a little anecdote at the end of all this that is butthole related.
Just tell me now because I'm going to forget.
Well, we got to get into this shit and I'll tell you at the end.
All right.
It's a treat. Okay.
If I forget, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah. Okay. So her father is like working for somebody in Louis XIV's court.
Yeah.
And because she grew up adjacent to the royal court, she was given a really well-rounded upbringing. She learned how to dance. She learned how to read. And she was also taught fencing because her dad was an accomplished swordsman. And he also trained the court pages. So she got to do all the stuff that the royalty did, basically. Like not just the girl stuff, but also the boys stuff. So she was really good at fencing from an early age, and she trained really hard alongside the boys. She also dressed like a boy and fought like all the boys. So she was doing it. But she was still a girl, so therefore she was treated like property because this is the 1600s, and she was just a girl. So when she was 14 years old, the Count. You say his name. I can't say his name.
Oh, the D'Armagnac?
D'Armagnac.
Yeah.
The Count. I'll just call him the Count from now on. Her dad's boss, basically, took her as his mistress. So he just wanted this 14-year-old girl to do sex stuff with.
Ew.
but like he was married, and in order to make it, I guess, like more proper and like make it official that she was his mistress, she had to be married. I guess this is how it worked back then. Because otherwise she's just like a girl. So in order to make it more official, he made her marry some dude, this like milk toasty dude with the last name Maupin, who he promptly sent him away to a whole other part of the country. And she like never, well, I mean, she saw him later, but she just never saw him after that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she just like lived in Paris with the Count, and she's like married to this dude. Some people say that that the Count sent him away like the day after their wedding.
He's like,
thanks, cool,
bye.
good job.
Yeah.
Here's some money, bye.
Great. All right. Well, thanks. I'll talk to you later. And he's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Just like some dork.
Yeah, some fucking dork. A cuckold, if you will. So she's like hanging out with the Count, and it's like whatever. But then she's like, ugh, he's old. And she and an assistant fencing master named Sarans. I think that's how you say it.
Serenus?
Seranus?
Seranus? Ooh, I like that. Seranus.
Seranus?
Yeah, let's go with that.
They started fencing with their genitals, and
oh God. Wow.
And this is where some of the craziness of her life, I mean, it's already been pretty crazy to be married at 14 to a Count.
She was like, sheath your sword, Malish.
Well, she wasn't married to the Count. But
Into my vagina.
Vagina. That's the old English or the old French, I mean, for vagina. Vagina. Oh, God.
I haven't had alcohol for a long time while we record. It's very fun.
It's really fun. So Julie starts this affair with the sword guy, Serenus.
No, that's Louis XIV. But
oh, sorry. Boom. So Serenus is like, well, you tell me how to pronounce that.
I thought we agreed to Serenus. No.
Why not Serenus?
You're right. I gotta take off my sweatshirt. I'm fucking sweating over here.
So Julie and Serenus are dueling with their P and V, and at one point Serenus gets into a duel with another guy, and that was very illegal in Paris, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
But makes it even more illegal by killing the guy.
Oops.
That he gets in the duel with, and then he's wanted for murder. So they skip town together, Julie and the fencing master, Serenus, and they flee to Marseille, right? That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on with you today?
I don't know. I forgot all my French. And also I'm drinking wine, so it's like...
It's like, well, what are you going to do?
It's Marseille. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
How do you not know that, bitch? So they flee to Marseille, where they make a living by performing fencing demonstrations. Cool. And also singing in taverns and at markets and whatnot. And like fairs, I guess.
They had a variety show on the road.
Yeah. They kind of did this like road show together.
They're the original Sonny and Cher.
Yeah. Except they like fought with swords.
Yeah. They're the original Anus and Cher.
Serenus and Cher. And she dresses like a man just to like keep things interesting, but also like probably would get hassled way less,
on the road. Yeah, you don't know who these people are. You're out and about. It's like it's just easier to like fly under the radar as a dude.
Yeah. But she also, as she's like performing with Serenus, she like still presents as a woman, but she's like dressed in men's clothing. So people are like very confused.
And she was androgynous.
She was very androgynous, and nobody's sure like what's going on.
But they like
she's
it.
Like, They like it.
Oh, yeah.
They're intrigued by her. Mm-hmm. So at one point they're like doing this fencing demonstration all over town, and at one point somebody like yells at her and accuses her of not being a woman because she's too good at fencing.
Oh.
Which, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
So she literally is like, fuck you, dude, and rips off her shirt to show her tetas to everyone.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she's just like, bitch, look at these titties. I'm a woman. Yeah. And everybody's like, whoa.
Whoa.
So she didn't give a fuck. No fucks given. She's just going.
I wonder what they call boobs then.
Oh, like in France?
Yeah, like you know how they're like mammary glands?
Yeah.
Like were they your mamas? Or like
your mamans?
Yeah.
That's like mother in French.
Mamans. I don't know.
Let me see. French slang for boobs.
Oh, good. Smart.
Ooh.
What?
There's all kinds of weird stuff in here.
Go ahead. Read them out.
I think it's just tits.
Oh. Teats?
No. I don't know. Scenes?
Oh, that's not fun.
Nichon? Lolo?
Her lolos?
Nene?
Her nenes?
All right.
Them lolos.
Mamels?
You know what I mean? Those
I like lolos. Yeah.
Those are like, you know, when you're in your 80s, you got them lolos.
You got them lolos, girl.
Hey, hey, ma'am, your lolo's hanging out.
Yeah.
Your lolo's out.
Ma'am, your lolo's out. There's a poitrine.
Oh, that sounds like a toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be it.
Those toilet titties.
Whoops. Something bad happened there.
That's when you go to the bathroom naked and you drop something next to the toilet, so you bend down to get it out, and one of your titties dips into the toilet water.
Oh, woof.
It just skims the surface.
Oh, God. That'd be the worst thing to happen. Oh, my God. Ugh, terrible.
Terrible. All right.
So she's just wilding out. She's having a good time. Mm-hmm. And while they're in Marseille, she joins the opera company under her maiden name. Just starts a singing career. And so she's doing that on the side. But then she eventually gets tired of Serenus and and she gets in a relationship with a young woman.
Ooh.
So that's sexy. And this woman's family is horrified when they find out, and they send their daughter to a convent in Avignon, which is pretty classic. I mean,
that's so rude.
That's super rude. Very, like, I feel like that's just a thing that has happened since, obviously, the 1600s. Like, you just send your daughter to a convent.
It's like, well, now you can't really do that. I feel like you just send them to like a conversion camp or whatever, but it's the same deal. It's like,
well,
shitty.
Also, like, send your daughter to a
place with a bunch of women.
Yeah.
Sexually repressed women.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very strange.
Yeah.
So
that's not smart.
No. So Julie, though, she finds out where her girlfriend is sent, and she joins the convent as a postulant, which is somebody who voluntarily checks themselves into a convent or any religious organization to eventually become an ordained nun or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So she basically just is like, hey, hi, my name's Julie. I want to be a nun. Can I be at your convent? And they're like, yes, totally.
She's like that. She's like that junior nun in Sister Act.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't get to wear the full habit, but she has the good voice. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to be accepted eventually.
Yeah.
But in order to, she's like, I'm gonna bust you out of here, girl, and we're gonna run away together. Mm-hmm. And her girlfriend's like, yes, totally. So in order to create a diversion and run away, this is insane. She steals a dead nun's body.
Oh, no.
Sticks it in her girlfriend's bed, and then sets fire to the room, and then they haul ass out of there.
Oh, my God.
So, to make it look like her girlfriend died in the fire or something.
Oh, my God.
But it was just a dead nun that they like dug up and they put her in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Although that's very smart.
Yeah.
For that, I mean, that's just very smart.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a diversion, at least.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So they get away from the convent, and they're on the run for a few months. But then her girlfriend is like, you know what? I'm going to go back to my family. Sorry.
Awkward.
Which is so rude. I mean, she like busted her out of the convent. So, but she goes back to her family. Julie's like, what the fuck? And now she's alone. And she's also wanted for kidnapping, body snatching, arson, and failing to appear before the tribunal. Yikes. So they obviously found out that she did it.
Yikes.
And the sentence was death by fire.
Oh my God.
Whoopsie.
And that's how she died. The end.
The end. Okay, bye. Thanks, guys.
Oh
Thanks
my God.
for listening.
Follow us on social medias, DTFU Podcast. Oh, what? Just kidding. This
bitch.
Oh, she's a bad bitch. She's like, excuse me, I'm not dying right now. I still have a whole life to live.
Yeah, she's like only 17 or something by this
what?
point, too.
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
Yeah.
What?
She's
which is like 30 in that time period.
True.
Or later.
True.
It's like your 40s. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? So she's on the run again.
Oh my God.
They can't find her. She's like, never gets arrested, whatever. And she decides, okay, I should go back to Paris where all the fun is. And obviously, on her way there, she stays dressed as a dude, which probably, like I said, she's less likely to be harassed on the road.
Yeah.
And she could hold her own. So, but still, you don't want to provoke anybody. But that being said, she gets into a fight with some dude in a tavern.
What?
She's like, I don't know what the fight was over, but she gets in a duel with this dude. She stabs him in the shoulder, and she's like, don't fuck with me again, bitch. And he's like, oh, fuck. And so he's like injured. And then the next day, she feels real bad about it. And she asks around, and she's like, yeah, I like fought this dude yesterday. Does anybody know who it is? And everybody's like, oh, yeah, that was Louis Joseph d'Albert Luniers, the Duke of Luniers. I think I'm saying that wrong, but he's basically royalty. So she's like, oh, fuck, I just stabbed him.
Oh, no.
So she felt real bad, but not only is he royalty, he's also a gentleman because he sends one of his staff to apologize for the fight. And she's like, oh, I'll come by and check on him because I feel really bad. And she goes to his place and she fucks him. She like goes to apologize and she's like, you know what? Let's fuck.
Yeah. Listen, yesterday I was a little buzzed. Didn't realize you were such a prominent dude or this handsome. Let's fuck.
Yeah. Let me make it up to you.
Yeah. Or maybe she's like, let me just get some of that.
Yes. This is the baddest fucking chick of all time. I swear to God. She fucks up some dude. She fights a dude and stabs him.
Oh my God.
Then he apologizes to her for getting stabbed by her. And then she boned him.
Oh my God.
What a hero. What a fucking hero.
What a life. She's like, if Beatrix Kiddo from my favorite movie, Kill Bill, wouldn't have been so hung up on fucking Bill, who was old and not cute. Okay? No. Go out and fucking live your life, girl. You know?
Yes.
But she didn't.
Yeah.
But this bitch did.
Well, he had her daughter, so, like, that's fair.
Okay, but that's, like, by that time. I mean, before. She wouldn't have even gotten into all that trouble if she wouldn't have been so hung up on Bill. You know what I mean?
True, that's true. Well, yeah. Or was he hung up on her because he murdered all of the people that she was trying to get her life, you know?
Life is complicated. They were hung up on each other, and it caused a lot of people some bad shit.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people.
A lot. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
So she fucks this guy, and they actually become lifelong friends.
Oh, that's so sweet. Fuck buddies or
nice?
just regular friends? We don't know.
I mean, they probably, who knows?
Yeah.
Just buddies. So, yeah, that that was that. And so she's on her way back to Paris, but she's like, oh, like, I still have this charge of, like, body snatching, arson.
Oh, yeah.
All these charges, like, on her conscience. And she's like, ugh, if I get caught, I'm going to get burned at the stake.
Yeah.
That's stressful as fuck.
That's stressful as fuck. And on top of it, she had, like, a no-show. Because they were like, hey.
Failure to appear in court.
Yeah, she also had a failure to appear. She was truant, and that was a no-no. Well.
Yeah, big time.
But because of where she grew up and her connections, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna write the Count d'Armagnac. And so she wrote him a letter ahead of her arrival in Paris, and she was like, hey, like, some people want to burn me. Also, I need a career change. I'm thinking opera, so what's up? Like, what's going on? How do we do this? And lucky for her, Louis XIV, at this time, the crown was in, like, a struggle for power with the church.
Yeah.
And so Louis XIV, it was weird because they were kind of like allies in some ways, but they were also rivals. And Louis XIV at this time had figured out that if he was a patron of the arts and he supported artists and, like, gave them money to live lavish lifestyles and, like, create their art, that they would focus their kind of, like, eye or their gaze, I guess, on making art about how bad the church was, and they would kind of ignore how bad the royalty was, like the government, I guess, of the time.
Yeah.
And so he did that. So then he heard about this big personality of Julie, and he was like, you know what? Bring her here, because the Count d'Armagnac, like, kind of petitioned for her to come and be, like, an artist of the royal family,
court.
or whatever, of
Yeah.
the court, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was like, bring her here. We'll put her into the Paris Opera, which he had, like, co-founded, or he had founded, and we'll just, like, pardon all her shit, and she'll just be, like, a vessel for being positive about, the court, and, like, she'll be an artist and people will love her. And
yeah,
she was like, yeah, oh, I mean, that sounds great.
Oh, perfect.
Wow. So I'm just gonna come be, like, a star at
Yeah.
your opera house in Paris and, like, live my best life. Whoa. So she did, and she fucking came in there, proverbial dick swanging. She was like, you motherfuckers think you're talented? Excuse me? And then she just, like, stepped onto the stage and was, like, slaying everybody, both figuratively and literally and sexually and all of the above. Like, she was living life. She came in, her first role was starring as Athena, goddess of war. That was, like, the first show she did or whatever.
Hell yeah.
People loved how androgynous she was. We already talked about how they loved it, but, like, then this was on a bigger scale. Like, people were blown away and so, like, made horny by her. And she, and that includes all of her co-stars, because she fucked all of them and not just the dudes. And she even, like, dueled a couple dudes who were harassing her, like, female co-stars and shit.
Yeah, she would just, like, fuck anybody up who was, like,
oh yeah,
in her way. She's like, no.
Yeah,
she was just,
come at me. You'll lose.
Yeah.
You'll lose.
And they always did.
And they always did. And you know what? Like, okay, she was kind of a nightmare, like, acting out, and just, like, she was acting crazy a little bit. And people should not have gotten away with this, but she did, because, as we already said, the king, like, she had the protection of the king, and he was, like, performing with her and stuff. Like, he would perform there sometimes, so, like, they knew each other, and then they already kind of knew each other from when she was growing up, I guess. And then also the king's brother, Philippe, was openly gay, so, like, he if he wanted to crack down, because people were complaining, they're like, she looks like a dude, she's fucking women, like, what is happening here? This isn't allowed. And he was like, he just didn't really, like, pay attention to their complaining, because he didn't, if he punished her, he would have to punish his brother. So,
Right,
and he didn't want to do that, which is cool.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to let it slide until, unfortunately, Philippe, who became friends with Julie, because everyone like loved her, he invited her to a ball, and she showed up in drag as a dude, and
Amazing.
was fully just dancing with women and like macking on them on the dance floor, and just like everyone was like, "What is going on? That's a lady. Why is she wearing pants? Why is she kissing ladies on the mouth? Why are they kissing her on the mouth? This is crazy." But she was hot shit, and all the ladies were like, "Fucking get up in this petticoat."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so people like were flipping out, and 3 dudes who were like wanting to court this one lady that she made out with in front of everyone got super fucking pissed, and they're like, "Let's take it outside. We challenge you to a duel." And she's like,
Okay. Are you ready to get fucked up? Because that's what's about to happen.
She's like, "If I don't kill you, I'm going to have to fuck you after, because that's what I do to men who I injure."
Yeah.
No, but she was just like, "Okay, let's take it outside," which is such like incel behavior. I feel like they were all like fucking in a huff because they wanted to like get with this girl. It's like, first of all, she doesn't even want to get with you, okay? She wants to get with this lady, Julie, okay? So just like leave her the fuck alone. And then there was 3 of them, so then they had like a borderline mob mentality, and they're like, "Yeah, let's fucking get her." Well, whatever. She took them outside, and she killed every single one of them. Maybe not killed, but she defeated. But I think she killed them.
I don't know. I feel like she just beat them at fencing.
She beat them at fencing. She dueled them and won. Maybe she probably didn't kill them.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. And then she went back to the fucking party, and she was like, "Electric slide." She was like making requests. She's like, "Cupid shuffle." "I just won a fight out in the parking lot. Play my song." And so, and everyone's like, but then like the DJ brought the party to a grinding halt. And they were just like, "Wait, no, what you just did is not right." So, especially because this was a royal ball, and like the king was there and shit, and he's like, "You can't do this on my turf." So
that shit's illegal.
That shit's illegal. He's like, 1, this is a crime, and 2, this is on my turf. So you cannot do that. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So then she just left for a little while. She went to Germany. She shacked up with a prince of Germany, because why not? I mean,
yes.
Honestly, when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah. I mean, why not swing for the fences, you know? Like, she was just balls out or tetas out.
Tetas out. She was.
Yeah.
What were the other words? Lolo's out.
Lolo's out.
Get Lolo. Get Lolo. And she just had him out. And she was just like in Germany, just like doing her thing.
She's just pussy popping all over the continent, bitch.
Oh, yeah. And, but then she like kind of got, I don't know, bored with that. She was like, "I miss Paris." And so, and people were like, "Forget Paris, the movie with Billy Crystal." She was like, "I can't." And then, that's a movie with Billy Crystal, right?
God, I have no idea.
He's like a ref. He's like a basketball referee.
Oh, God.
And it's a cute movie. It's a 90s rom-com of, all of Billy Crystal. I'm sure you could guess what it's like. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, she came back and she reunited with her husband, which is like, why? You didn't even know that, man. Like,
yeah, like the guy that got exiled and was like forced to do taxes and stuff. Like, that the count made her marry because he wanted to fuck her. Yeah, that guy.
The cuck. She just
cuck, yeah.
She just like came back and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
The cuck de Maupin.
But you know what? She was like kind of into him for a few years until she wasn't, and she got super fucking bored again, and then dated another lady. But this was after, like, she had, like, a little bit of a mini renaissance in 1702, and that was, like, the height of her career, because she had this huge fucking reputation, and someone wrote her an actual opera, like, for her to be the star. And then, yeah, and so, like, she had made it, and then she just, like, got so bored with her husband, and so she fell in love with Madame la Marquise de Florensac, And Florensac, and they lived pretty blissfully until that lady died in 1705.
Aww.
And then she was like fucking very sad. And
Yeah.
she stopped singing at the opera and she stopped doing all her fucking. And she joined a convent for real this time.
Oh, no.
Because I think that was the love of her life. And
yeah.
At the age of 33, as a nun in a convent, she died.
Damn.
And you know what? That's not the ending I wanted for this story. I wanted something.
I know.
I wanted her to go out in a fucking blaze of glory. I wanted her to just like fucking, I don't know what.
Like, be fucking somebody, like in a threesome, chicks, dudes, whatever.
While
and then,
sword fighting.
While sword fighting, and then the room's on fire, like,
yeah.
Or the sword's on fire. I don't know.
Ooh, like, sword's on fire and the room. Maybe she's sword fighting with fire swords and then she accidentally catches a curtain on fire and then the whole room goes up. But like somehow she escapes, but then out in the street she gets hit by a carriage or something.
Yeah, but even that's kind of
that's
insulting.
Sad. Okay, you're right. But then she just dies in the fire? What's better?
Like jumping on a horse and trying to get away from the police, and then like jumping off the cliff or something.
Yeah. Like Thelma and Louise. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that would have been good with her lady.
Yeah, with her lady.
That's it. It's like, oh no, she like maybe dueled someone and killed them, and now everyone's really after her, and now it's like, no, we'll ride these horses side by side, holding hands over a cliff.
Yeah.
With my sword on fire. And then it's like, woo-hee-hee-hee.
Yahoo!
Yeah, Louis, 2 buttholes.
Butthole. 2 buttholes. Well, yeah. What a way to live, man. Mm-hmm. As MIA says, live fast, die young. Bad girls do it well.
Oh, live fast, die young. Bad girls do it well.
What a story. I mean, there could be some of that stuff in there that's embellished, but, you know, according to a lot of the stuff back then, that was what was happening. She was just like all over the place. She was wilding out all the time.
Also, does it matter if it's embellished? Like, we need a hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, she's a queen and she just fucking lived her life. And she was like, you know what? I'm not into gender binaries. Mm-hmm. I'm not into like fucking stereotypical bullshit. I just want to live my life how I want to live it, and I'm going to love who I want to love. And it's a story for the ages.
I think so. She was way ahead of her time.
Yeah.
And I mean, she just truly like carved her own path. Even though she was forced into a lot of stuff, like obviously when she was 14, she like was forced to be married and then forced to be a mistress for a powerful man. But like she leveraged all that shit so well. It's crazy. And she had talent in sword fighting, obviously, and she had singing talent. So she was able to just do so much. And
oh my God.
Doesn't help when you're it doesn't hurt, I should say, when you're connected to royalty.
Yeah.
So there's some real nice perks there of being connected, but you know.
And she's just a hero too, because like so many girls were married as children at the age of 14 to fucking whoever at that time period. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna stand up about this and be like, no. I mean, also, like, she was, like, very privileged because she was, like, actually fucking someone of importance. And they were like, oh, you don't actually have to marry that guy. Like, you do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like if she, there had to have been something about her. Like, she must have been so, like, charming and, like, able that everybody that met her was like, oh, no, like, we can't kill her or we can't catch her or whatever, like, and just kind of let her go and go about her her business somehow. I don't know.
She must have been funny because I feel like that gets me out of a lot of situations that are bad.
It's true. Yeah.
And I also know that's true of a lot of my funny friends who have, especially the dude ones, who have gotten themselves into a little bit of trouble maybe back in the day when they were young and drunk. And then they just had to be funny and it turned it around.
There is some accounts of her entering into a battle of wits with many men.
Oh.
Because only men can enter into battle of wits. But, like, that was, like, how she did get herself out of a lot of scrapes because of, like, how smart and how charming she was. So
Fucking battle of tits, bitch.
Battle of tits, yeah.
She's bringing it.
Ugh, I love her so
too.
much. And I really, maybe we'll write the screenplay for this movie.
Oh my God.
I want to make it like funny though, like really like dry.
Yeah.
Like,
who would you cast as her?
Maybe like Aubrey Plaza or something. Maybe I'm thinking that because like I the aesthetic I have in mind is like The Little Hours.
Yeah. Because of the nun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe somebody more androgynous. I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I can't believe she died so young. I wonder why she died so young. She probably just used up all her energy.
Yeah.
Fucking and fighting. Well,
all right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, follow us on social meds.
At DTFU Podcast.
On all the platforms. Like, if you send us messages on social medias, we read them and we respond. So, like, if that's something you want to do, go for it. I would say if you haven't... Wait, we didn't talk about your butthole thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So as I was researching this, I found a little... I don't think it's a poem. I think it's like a medieval, like... fable, maybe. It's early 13th century, and it's called Beranger of the Long Arse.
Oh,
and basically the story is this highborn woman has to marry this dodo because her family falls into hard times, so she has to marry some dickhead and
to like save the farm or whatever.
Right. And this reminds me of Julie because she is highborn and she's like got all this stuff going for her and she's like married to this lame dude.
Yeah.
Her dad is forced to make him a knight so that like it doesn't like, you know, he's kind of on the same footing as her. And but he's like doesn't ever want to do any night stuff. So he like goes into the middle of the forest and just like puts his shield on a tree and just whacks it with the sword to make it look like he got into fights and did quests and shit when he really hasn't done shit.
I thought you were saying he doesn't want to do any night stuff, like nighttime sexy time stuff. And then I was like I was like, does he hit the shield with his dick and then punish himself? Or like, but then I get it. Knighthood.
Yeah. So he's like, he sucks. He's garbage and doesn't do it. His job, and he's totally faking that he does night stuff. And she follows him one day, sees that he's doing this shit, and she's like, what a fucking douchebag. So she's like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. So she actually gets dressed up like a knight and puts like on armor and everything, follows him into the forest and challenges him to a duel. And he's like, no, like, because he doesn't know how to fight because he's a fucking piece of shit. And she's like, no,
I'm good.
She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, or you can get off your horse and kiss my ass. And he's like, oh, I'll just kiss your ass because I don't want to die. And so she's like, all right, kiss me directly in my asshole. And she pulls down her pants, and he like looks at her butthole, but it's like her vagina and her butt, like her taint and all that. And he's just like, what? That is the longest asshole I've ever seen. So he thinks it's a dude with a long asshole because he's a fucking idiot and doesn't know anything. And he kisses her ass. And then she gets back on her horse, rides super hard back to the village or whatever, goes and fucks a dude who she likes. And then the guy comes back, catches her in bed, and she's like, what are you going to do about it? I'll get my friend, the knight with the long asshole, to come kick your ass if you do anything about it. And he didn't know it was her. And so that's the story.
Oh my God. I wish she would have been like, come closer. Why does your breath smell like shit?
Bitch, she was a lady. It smelled like roses.
So like rose water. Oh my God. That's so good.
Yeah. He goes,
I'll go get my friend the knight with the long ass.
Yeah, he finds her in bed and he's like, fuck, what's happening? And she goes, be quiet, she said, good for nothing, and watch out that you don't say anything more, for if you speak wrong to me in any way, by the faith that I owe the Holy Spirit, straightway I shall complain of you for the scorn that I have had from you, and you will become a jealous cuckold. And then he goes, to whom will you complain of me? Where make your plea? And she says, to whom? To your dear friend who had you in his power. That is my Lord Berenger of the long arse, who will put you to shame. And when he heard what she said, he had great shame and great anger, but he did not dare say anything against her. He felt himself discomfited and defeated, and she did what she pleased. She who is neither foolish nor low-born. And the moral of the story is, I guess this is the moral of the fable. When the shepherd is weak, the wolf shits bull.
Oh my God.
Yep. So I thought that was funny and kind of in the vein of our heroine, Julie.
Love it. Wow. I really like that saying at the end.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Au revoir.
Oh!
Bonne chance.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. And you know what? Be excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
Thank you. And
Bye.
goodbye.